Welcome one, welcome all to the Multicultural Misfits podcast. This is your host, Audio AB. Right next to me on the couch, I have my wonderful co-host.
It's Omar.
And right next to him, I have my wonderful executive producer and co-host.
It's Jordan.
Yeah, so Omar, are you starting to consider minimalism after your most recent move?
I most definitely am. I threw away so much shit. So me and my girlfriend downsized from a 2-bedroom to a 1-bedroom. We threw away so much fucking stuff, dude. It's ridiculous how much stuff you end up like accumulating throughout the years.
Yeah.
Stuff that you don't even remember. And like when you're moving out of an apartment, I mean, first and foremost, they're going to charge you if you leave shit. So you got to clean out everything. Bro, you don't realize how many little things are in all these different drawers or like fucking next to the fridge or just all kinds of shit. Like right when you think you're done, you find like a random ass drawer, like a random ass like filing cabinet. You're like, fuck, now I got to throw this away too.
Random ass filing cabinet.
It's just random stuff everywhere because when you're there, like, I don't know. And then when she moved from a house to an apartment with all her shit. So it was so much fucking stuff.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting rid of the couches. That's another thing, bro. Couches, bro. Don't get big ones unless you want to keep them for a long time.
Yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
Because those things were a pain in the ass to get rid of.
Yeah.
Like I had to get friends with trucks 3 different times to help me on 3 different days.
To get rid of it?
To get rid of different things, just like big things, and I don't want to ask people to stay for like 5-6 hours helping me move shit.
Yeah.
Like I donated all of them. I donated like
damn.
like a couch this size, and then another couch half this size, and then another couch probably bigger than this one.
Damn it.
Oh my fucking God.
I wanted one of them bitches.
You wanted one?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
Fuck.
I'm sorry. I had to get him out. And there was a fucking lady on Facebook Market that said she was going to come pick him up, and she flaked on us.
Oh, that's
some
incredibly annoying,
So I was stuck
bro.
with those things until the last day. But yeah, I'm definitely considering minimalism, bro. I'm getting rid of everything. And also, you don't want the clutter. We have cats and shit.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah,
new
man.
space, so they're going to start exploring. I don't want them like knocking stuff over. And
I would say when you're moving, bro, get rid of more than like you should.
yeah.
Like if you really haven't used that thing in years, bro, just get rid of it.
Yeah,
There's
bro.
no point.
And we're coming from a big closet, too. And it was mostly my girlfriend's shit. I've been trying to get her to fucking donate some stuff.
Yeah.
Give it to some needy women in need.
Yeah, give it some women in need, bro.
You don't need it.
You don't
Yeah,
need
you
it.
don't need it.
It's shit that I've never seen her wear. It's shit that I haven't seen her wear for like 3 years. No joke.
Oh my God.
bro.
It's absolutely
I think
outrageous.
that's the case with like all girls. Like we look at like girls' closets, it's just a ridiculous amount of clothing.
It's a fucking
Yeah.
cave.
It really
It's
is
a cave.
crazy.
Yeah, it's like thousands and thousands of shirts,
And
then-
there's no structure.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
There's no structure. It's everywhere. And then when they're trying to get ready, they can't find something to wear.
Yeah.
No,
And
there
I'm like,
is
how?
structure, but they're the only one that knows it.
I guess so. Yeah, they know where shit is.
They're the only ones who get the rhyme or reason to
Exactly.
the closet.
Bro, and when I moved, the place that I'm moving to is like maybe like a 3-minute drive from where I was. I can only imagine, bro. Living in driving somewhere 35 minutes away and moving there, or an hour away or something.
Yeah.
Or like moving, like my cousin, he lives in this condo where they have to go up to like the 7th floor or something like that. And then you have to walk down this long fucking narrow hallway. And I was just thinking the whole time I was moving, I was like, thank God it's not that.
Bro,
Thank
moving out of a
God.
place like that is going to be a pain in the fucking dick.
How
I would
you
hire.
have
I would
to take
hire
everything apart.
I'm hiring
Yeah.
movers.
I
that
think
point.
at that point, but I don't want to. I wouldn't want to.
It's so expensive.
My girlfriend was talking about hiring movers, and I was like, as a man under the age of 35, you got to do it yourself, kind of.
Nah, it
It
depends.
depends.
On
I
what
don't
you're
wanna
doing.
hire
depends
movers.
on your move.
I guess how
your
much
move,
shit you have.
Your move wasn't bad. Like for your move, I wouldn't hire movers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But like if you're moving like a ton of furniture, like let's say if you're moving to a house and you live there for 5 years and then you
Yeah.
want to move into another house, or if you want to move into an apartment,
Movers.
100% movers.
Did you hire movers when you moved to your place?
No,
the house.
because I had moved like 4 or like 5 times. So each time I moved, I would downsize.
So you
and
pulled up
then-
with almost a real small amount of shit.
Pretty much, yeah. And like my last place, I had gave away my bed, and because I was living at my parents' house, so they had a bed there, and so I just bought my own bed for my new house and had it delivered there. So like I had a lot of just stuff brought in because I didn't really have much because I didn't have any furniture. I didn't have a couch of my own. Like I had to buy everything, but I mean I didn't mind buying it because it was delivered, so I didn't have to have movers take one that was already there and move it for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think while I'm in apartments, because we're probably going to be apartment jumping for like the next 3 years. But then after that is when I'm going to probably really consider buying a house. So I'm just going to keep all the shit that I got now. I'm going to take the bed frame and stuff like that. But the couch, I might just sell. It's like a regular ass IKEA couch.
Couches you go through really quickly. That's what I find. Like
And
I
those
feel like
bitches are firm, bro. You got to loosen them up.
Yeah.
The cushions are too firm. I don't like it.
you gotta
Yeah,
start.
but then it gets too loose and your ass will fall through that bitch.
Oh,
guess-
that's the worst
Fall
part,
through the crack.
bro.
Get lost
man.
for a day.
Like we had these fucking couches that me and my roommate got from his dad when we moved out, his dad gave them to us, and they were like older couches, and they're really comfortable, but you could tell they're already worn. And like I used to like sitting in this one specific spot that was in front of the TV because it was like the perfect angle in front of the TV for me to like fucking watch it and play video games and shit. And it just got so worn. Like when I sit down on it, I'd be like fucking like slunk in, bro.
You got to work for that. You got to work for that kind
And
of.
your ass has to get used to it too. Or the couch has to get used to your ass.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, you like you said, you'll just fall in that bitch into the second place.
You mold around my
Into the
ass
sunken
couch.
place.
Into the
You
sunken
mold around the couch.
Oh, I'm gone. I'm gone for good. Got lost on the couch. Gotta fucking call the fire department. Get me out of here. Yeah, man, but it's a pain. So I'm gonna minimalize big time. But then it sucks because now. So when we moved in, we were like, oh man, the place seems smaller. But now that we have all our shit where it's supposed to be, it's big.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I kind of want more stuff. I kind of want more
opposite.
to fill in all this space, you know?
It's nice. You gotta think about the feng shui, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right.
It makes a big difference. Like you don't want shit to where like it would interrupt the flow of like walking through the place because those kind of things is like you don't think about it, but when it's actually there, you'll notice it. Like slowly, like every day or so, you're like, this is kind of in my way.
It's just like kind of clutters your mind. Yeah, you just have that thought come in and you think about it, and it probably just causes a little anxiety. I mean, having a free space really does give you like a lighthearted,
it's
good
nice
feeling.
You also got to think about when you have people over too. You know, like
true.
if you're gonna have like at least 3 or 4 people over, you want to have space for them to like walk around and not be like so, you know.
I definitely want to get like an armchair, dude. I definitely need a chair that no women are allowed on.
No women are allowed on.
No cats, no women, no children.
This is a lazy
you stay off my
boy.
chair.
It's a lazy boy for a lazy man. This is not for women.
I got my beer in there, and I'm watching football. And I'm just
got my beer. They got the koozies or the cozies. The fucking beer cozy.
Oh my god.
No, but I really do. I don't care if it's on it, but I really do want an armchair, like a nice recliner.
No, they're comfortable as fuck, man. My parents got like a bunch of new, like they're all the whole couch is like recliners.
Oh, it's sweet.
Oh my
That's
god,
wild.
it's
So the whole couch
comfortable.
kicks out.
Yes, bro.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
It's like it feels almost like the movie theater ones, but like the movie theater ones at this point are starting to get very worn.
Yeah.
Like if you guys go to the movie theater and like you get on it, you're like, this is nice, but I can tell this seat is like worn as fuck.
It's gross. Also, like
it's
all
hella
these
gross.
because people are sitting there for 3 hours. What if you pulled up sweaty?
Ass juice.
Bro, hell
Ass
yeah.
juice,
popcorn,
bro. Yeah.
oil,
and
bunch of
it's
residue.
leather seats, so like there's no circulation. I've sat on
not
those
at
things
all.
before and got up and been like, I'm sticky.
Dude, speaking of fucking popcorn, so I went to the movie theater by my house recently, and we went to go see this movie called The Menu. It was fantastic, by the way. But this is besides the fucking movie. So we're going to get, so we had brought in like a little flask of a little some, right? And
Oh, you naughty dog.
yeah, 90 dogs. So I was like, let's just buy a Coke and then put that hoe in the fucking Coke and then sip the Coke. You know, get twisted at the fucking theater.
Great idea.
So we go up and we buy the fucking Coke. And as we're walking up, I guess I didn't notice this, but the dude was like, he was biting his fingernails, and I guess he was eating some shit, and then he was also like biting his fingernails with his mouth.
Yeah.
And then like we bought the Coke, and he gave us the Coke, and like he's touching everything. And then when he gave it to us, like I walked away and I didn't notice. Then my girlfriend was like, "You didn't notice what he was just doing?" Like, and then I looked at the lid, and there was a bunch of oil on it, like someone, like butter oil or like someone's finger like oil, and I was like, "That's disgusting."
What the fuck?
Did you take it back?
No, we went and got another lid.
Okay, thank God.
That's some gross shit, dude.
That was
What-
disgusting.
What kind of fucking pig? It's gonna be 723. For real, bro? What kind of
And that was an
nasty ass
accurate price
motherfucker?
total right there for popcorn.
Yeah,
No, it was
for one medium popcorn.
one
No, I, think
one
I think for a soda it was like $8.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Or no,
talk,
was
dude.
it? Nah. It was like $5, and I got some candy because your
Bro,
boy's
if
a
you
kid.
really think about it, like I was at Freebirds yesterday, and they don't give you the lid, so you have to go like buy the drinks and pull out the thing to open the lid station. Bro, everyone is in there grabbing the lid, the tops with their fucking bare hands. You don't know if they started eating yet or anything.
And
That
the
shit is
dust when they
disgusting.
close it, it just gets trapped in.
It's
This is
disgusting,
hot boxing
bro.
with all the germs.
Hot boxing with all the germs.
I mean, movie theaters are gross, man. Like
Yeah.
when I lay my arms on the armrest, I'm just like,
They're not clean.
I'm not thinking about it. I'm trying not to think about it. But if I lay my hand on it, I'm like, this is disgusting. This hand is ruined.
Dude, if I go to the movie theater, when I come home, I make sure that I'm gonna take off all my clothes and maybe
Yes.
even take a shower before I
Yes.
get into my bed. Because
Yeah.
if you're wearing that clothes that you wore to the movie theater and you get into your bed, that's
It's
disgusting. Because they never clean
Yeah.
them hoes.
They don't.
I was a kid and I was that age before, and I was not cleaning them bitches. Like, I was for sure a
course not,
17-year-old
bro.
I didn't work at a movie theater, but I know what they're thinking.
Yeah, I'm not cleaning this shit.
I ain't
you know what they
cleaning
do? They fucking they sweep everything under the seat and they go fucking about their day.
Yep,
dude.
and the floors are always sticky.
Always sticky.
Working at a movie theater as a young like teen or as like a young adult must be a fantastic time.
I was about to say that was always one of my dreams as a young kid is to work at the fucking movie theater. That's so fucking cool.
I would imagine they're all just kind of lollygagging. I would imagine there's pretty much no management at places. Like, I've never seen a manager. I've only seen people under the age of 22.
It's just goofing. They're just goofing around the whole time.
They're just goofing around, selling tickets, fucking being, they don't give a shit. They don't
fucking
being slow.
Yeah, they're all probably fucking each other.
They'd be slow sweeping, watching the movie.
Yeah. Dude, you get
sometimes
to
they come watch like in the entrance walkway, and they're just like peeking over for like 20 minutes. I'm like, this guy's just having a great time.
You just get to watch as many movies as you fucking want. Because I would think there's free.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I would imagine they're not keeping a track. It's too big, and you're doing too much. Like they don't really know where you are.
If it's like during the day and there's no one outside, like bro. Who cares? It's 1 p.m.
I'm going to go hide out in the restroom for an hour.
Man, I'd want to work at a fucking big one, too. That way I could just walk around and no one could find me and just go to the nice-ass
You want to know what theater I wouldn't work at? Studio Movie Grill.
Bro, you're basically a server.
You're a waiter.
No, you're not even a movie worker. You're a server, bro.
Motherfuckers have to get mad at you a lot there, too. Because you're getting in people's way. You're charging them a lot. You're trying to, like, take their order and while they're watching a movie and, like, in the quiet, You're
like ducking down.
What'd you say?
I said, what do you need?
I said this. It's like...
Oh, you wanted the jalapeno poppers, right?
Medium or large?
How do you want that cooked, sir? Medium well.
Yeah. Well, I hate that fucking concept, dude. I was talking to someone about that recently. I hate the concept of, like, the Alamos and, like, the studio movie grills. It's not don't order a meal. Like, order snacks. There's no reason you should be getting like a pasta delivered.
Yo, why are ribs in the theater?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Ribs and a pasta primavera while you're watching fucking The Avengers.
It's just crazy, man. Like they give you it's too much. They give you like a plate of nachos, like a plate of real nachos, not like the mess around. You dip it in the cheese.
No,
like,
the big boy nachos.
The big boy nachos you'd get at like fucking Chachos or something.
Okay, so let me tell you my opinion. I feel like, all right, let the people have their food, but do this: order that shit before you get in or at the front. Maybe have them deliver it during the movie, but no other correspondence. I don't want to have a server coming back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
checking
like
on me.
Yeah, no, I don't need to be checked on. I'm watching a movie.
Bro, imagine watching like a fantastic movie like Inception when Inception came out. And they're taking an order for a fucking burger right next to you. It's like a family of like 4, and they're taking all their orders. You know how annoying that is?
Or what if you're watching like a fucking crazy ass movie like fucking like 12 Years a Slave or some shit, and someone's getting fucking like some crazy shit's fucking happening.
Oh my God. Some really heavy stuff is happening.
You search like, your jalapeno poppers are ready.
Your mozzarella sticks.
Do you want the checks there?
Dog, I was watching fucking Ghostbusters, and I had like a Long Island and some chicken tenders. I was like, why am I doing this? Why don't I just watch the movie?
I mean, those are nice, quiet finger foods. I just like
chicken tenders,
bro. They just give you plates there, bro. They give you actual plates. It's
full
not plastic.
plates.
Like shit is making noise. Like I've been there before, and I ordered. What I ordered? It was like loaded tater tots or something.
Imagine at fucking Chili's, like they have the fajita plate. Somebody walking through the theater with a fajita plate.
Careful, plate's hot.
It's a cast. You know, it's funny because it's a cast iron skillet on top of a little wooden thing.
It's just making
They
noise.
fucking lay that down. You're cutting through your fajitas.
This shit's crazy, dude.
Oh my
Shit's
God.
jiggling around on the plate. Like they give you a plate and then they give you a bowl on top of the plate. It's like that type of place.
Yeah.
So it's just making noise.
How do y'all feel about those like those eye picks and stuff like that?
I've never been.
I will never go.
Isn't it
I
like
don't think I've
$30
been.
a ticket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's like you and another person, and y'all are separated from everyone else.
You have your own little like bed type thing where you can really lay out, right?
Have you seen the pictures of it though? It's not as beddy as you would think it is.
It's
like,
not. It's
just
really
a bigger
chairs.
recliner, really.
Yeah.
It's like a bigger recliner.
Yeah.
Do you get? I heard you get like a blanket. Is that true?
I think so. I will never go. I will never waste my money on that stuff. That is
But do I
stupid.
take that blanket home? Y'all washing this after? I don't believe
bro,
you guys, dude.
all right, I would
I
go.
hope
People
they
getting jerked off under that thing.
I would go only for like a really, really awesome like long movie, like a 3-hour movie, and like only if I can bring like my own blanket and bring like a flask full of.
I will go to
liquor.
sleep in that bitch.
I fall
I will
asleep.
go to sleep.
Yeah, you're setting up a
So I'm
bed.
taking a nap.
Fuck that. Fucking Tenet is on. No, I'm going to bed. Tenet was long.
It was
I'm going to sleep in here.
and quiet. Like, not quiet, but like
loud.
It's loud, but
Yeah,
like
it was loud.
slowish.
It was very slow.
Yeah.
But honestly, all his movies, probably aside from even the Dark Knight, they're all slow.
Yeah.
His movies are very slow paced. I don't mind it though because I fucking love
I don't mind it
Christopher
at all.
Nolan's movies.
Oh,
And
my
the music
God.
is always fantastic, so it fills in all that.
The music,
Man,
bro.
It's always
I
so
was
suspenseful and like.
I was on a plane coming back here, and I watched Bodies.
How was that?
It was actually pretty good.
There's someone who's in that, right? That
Pete
has
Davidson was in it.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson was in it.
Who is it? The lead actor is an actress, right? It's a lady.
Pete Davidson's like the only. It's him and another guy. They're the only two guys in the movie. Everybody else is a female.
Oh, okay.
It's like 5-6 girls in it.
And so what is it about? It's a group of people go to some abandoned.
Yeah, so they go to a house for like because a hurricane is coming. So they all like decide to have like a little get together with all their friends and stuff.
It's actually a good time.
It's like a murder mystery basically.
Oh,
But it's a bunch of millennial kids and stuff. So it's a little cringy, but it's still pretty good.
like the jokes are.
Yeah, the jokes can be a little cringy, but it's a lot of
Hashtag
good
blah blah
stuff.
blah. It's like that's
No, not that cringy, not that cringy. But it's pretty good though. It's really good.
I bet he's a killer, Pete
I
Davidson.
recommend it.
I think it might be
He
on
looks it in
Hulu.
the face.
I think it is on Hulu.
It might be on Hulu. I watched Smile recently. You guys seen that shit?
I heard
That
it was
shit was
really good.
fantastic.
It was pretty good. The ending, it's a little fucking. I would have did something different
Yeah.
if I was that dude.
I
one
would
of
have made
those-
her smile.
I wouldn't have made that bitch smile.
I would have made her frown.
Yeah, so for
I would
those
have made her cry.
For those who haven't seen it, the concept of the movie, this is not spoiling because it happens in the first like 5 minutes of the fucking movie. It's about this white chick, and she's she's a psychiatrist at like one of these trauma places like that have like intake patients for like psychological trauma and psychosis and shit. And this chick comes in, this young woman, she's like a PhD student. She says she's seeing shit, and she thinks like that something's after her. And she had recently seen somebody kill themselves like a week ago, so she had been experiencing a lot of PTSD. And the psychiatrist, the main character of the movie, the psychiatrist trying to tell her like calm down, whatever. The chick like fucking falls down, starts fucking writhing and shit,
Spazzing out.
Yeah, she starts fucking spazzing out.
I can't say that.
And then
Oh, yeah, say that.
Megan Thee Stallion got in trouble for that.
She did.
Fucking so the bitch starts
Beyonce
spazzing
got in
out,
trouble.
and then fucking the psychiatrist goes over to the little phone. I need help. There's a fucking code blue or some shit. I don't know.
Cold blue.
Code red. Blue is a good thing. I feel like
Blue is a good
red is always.
She's just
She's
sitting down having
too
fun.
much.
She's too happy.
She's too happy. Code red. Bitch is on the floor writhing, and then like you hear her like stop writhing, and she gets up, and she's just smiling like from ear to ear. And you see like a broken flower pot, and then like the psychiatrist is looking for like the pieces of the flower pot, and the girl has one in her hand, and the girl gets a glass shard or from the fucking flower pot, glass, ceramic, whatever, and she like slices her own throat in front of the psychiatrist,
And she's like smiling the whole
and
time.
she's smiling the whole time, and then when she's dead, she's like a smile on her face, but like, she just kills herself in front of the psychiatrist.
Wow.
Yeah.
And the whole movie, are you gonna watch it? Can I spoil
No, I'm
it?
not gonna watch it.
All right. The whole gimmick of the movie is that like this thing is basically passing itself on to where if someone kills themselves in front of you, you now have this. And that's how this thing passes themselves on. It's through that trauma. So, and what happens is eventually you end up killing yourself in front of somebody, and then it passes to them, and then they kill themselves. And the chain goes back like 20 or 30 people or some shit.
Okay, so it's like what's that movie with Sandra Bullock?
Sandra Bullock.
When it was like they was like, don't look outside.
Oh,
It's the
Bird
Blind
Box?
Side?
Yeah,
The
Bird
Blind
Box.
The Blind Side?
What was it? Bird Box.
Big Mac.
Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Bird Box. Big Mac. That's a great movie, bro.
The Blind Side?
The Blind Side's a fantastic.
That's a good
Oh
movie,
my
bro.
God.
But yeah, fucking Bird Box.
Yeah, so it's similar. Sorta
Kind of, yeah. Like if you see them do that, but I guess they choose one person.
Yeah, so what was the Blind Side about again? I remember. Okay, so it was the
big black
the
boy.
big- I know the big black dude, and he was from the rough part of town.
Yeah.
and this
Yeah.
white family decided to like adopt him.
right?
So
right?
it's like a Southern Ole Miss family.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're like a rich white family. I think
The movie is not true, by the way.
not
Of
even
course
close,
not.
right?
Not even close. To
They
the
probably
truth.
just gave him like $2,000 and tried to help him out, and that was
No,
it.
no. They moved him in, but they made that boy seem like an idiot.
No, he was
Like,
he
he
was a
wasn't-
well competent.
Yeah, he wasn't
yeah,
that stupid.
they
bro.
made him seem like a simple guy.
They made him seem like a kid,
like a
Yeah.
hermit crab.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
just like
herb-
a
yeah.
big, just like a big guy who doesn't know anything. He was
Like a
just a
mega
normal
gentle
dude,
giant.
probably.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
said he was playing football before they met him, so it was.
Oh, so they
it was
didn't
a lot.
convince him. Yeah, because then he's like very reluctant to play and like hurt people.
So isn't there? I remember there's like a scene in the movie, fucking.
My
He was
ass.
trying to block, and he was like patting him on the shoulder or something
Yeah,
like that.
and he was like, bro. There's a part where he like gets distracted by a butterfly. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding around. He gets distracted. But it's a wholesome, sweet movie. It's a good movie. Yeah, in the
Wait.
movie they find a kid. He's at some playground. He's like in the rain or whatever. He's like hiding out in a slide, and they see him. And it's so they're kids. They're two kids. That Southern family, that white family. They go to the school, and I guess it's like a bunch of different grades at this school. So at the playground, they see this dude there in the rain. they're leaving like a game, and they pull up. They're like, "Hey, do you have somewhere to stay? Like, what's going on? Like, do you need a ride?" And the guy's like, it basically doesn't want to tell them I have nowhere to stay.
Yeah.
I'm
And so
homeless.
they take him. I'm homeless, bro. Why do you think I'm out here?
Why do you think I'm fucking out
You
here?
think I'm just chilling?
Yeah, like being in the rain.
Yeah, he's just in the rain with like a wife beater and like
I'm enjoying this.
like a drawstring backpack with all his belongings. And so they take him in, and he ends up being a really nice guy, and he ends up becoming like a big football player.
Yeah.
Wait, so what happened? I feel like at some point in the movie, isn't there like a car accident? Or
Yes,
something?
and he saves
Yeah.
the little white boy.
There's a little
saves
white
the
kid
little
that
white
he ends
boy.
up like bonding with.
So they gave him a truck. They gifted him a truck. Right?
Yes.
And he was driving. I forgot what happened. It wasn't really his fault though.
I think someone ran a red light.
Yeah,
or some
somebody
shit.
ran a light or something, and like they crashed, and he puts his arm out to protect the kid that's in front of him. I mean,
Doesn't he get like blamed though?
I forgot. What.
No, they reward him. They really like it.
Yeah, they're like, thank God you saved my child.
Because he didn't say anything about it, and then they see his arm, and they're like, "What happened to your arm?" I forget what he says, but he basically says that he saves the kid. And I
Yeah.
think his name is Dustin. Of course it is.
He looks like the kid
Little
from
white ass.
Zoe 101.
He looks exactly like the kid
I think
from
he
Zoe
is the
101.
kid.
He just might be. He looks exactly like
You
the
guys
kid.
have a very good memory of this movie, dude. I have. As for me, I just remember Sandra Bullock wearing the blonde wig.
You know what it is, man?
That's all I
she looks
remember.
good.
Sandra Bullock honestly looks great.
She looked good.
She's amazing.
I remember like when I had cable back in the day, like when I was in high school and like a year after high school maybe. That on demand, like they always have free movies, and there are like maybe 15 movies that are deeply imprinted into my head, like Inception, fucking This Is the End, The Blind Side, like those movies that I just saw a bunch because they're free on demand, and I watch them maybe like once every 3 months.
Yeah, I watched The Blind Side a lot on like TNT or something like that.
I don't know why. I don't know why I've watched it so many times. It's a feel good movie.
It's an easy movie to watch. It's just easy.
toss
It's
it
easy
on.
watching.
It is, man. Have you guys ever seen American Beauty?
That's a great movie.
That's
but
a great
Kevin Spacey
fucking movie,
fucking ruined
dude.
everything.
I know.
Trying to fuck kids.
I was showing it to.
Isn't that what he does in the movie?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. So
It is.
Let me explain.
It's a
it
young
to you.
girl.
So I was showing it to my girlfriend because she never seen it. So we watched it for the first time with like her brother, and her cousin on Thanksgiving.
That's a wild day to watch that movie.
I know, right? we were watching things like, after everything winded down and all the parents were fucking just chilling or whatever. We just went to go watch it like in her room, and like like I was putting on the movie, and then she was like asking because she said it looked interesting, and I was telling her what it was about, and I was like, this dude fucking. The concept of the movie is that this guy and his wife. For people who haven't seen American Beauty, it's a great movie by the way. This guy and his wife, the guy played by Kevin Spacey, who's now been declared as a male rapist
Big,
of other
big time
males.
Me Too, dude. Big time Me Too.
Big time, justified.
And deserved
Me
it.
Too.
And
He deserved it.
Yeah, underage shit.
Yeah, underage dudes. Gross. So he fucking, he's a dude who's struggling in his marriage with this chick, and they're both like in their I'd probably say early 40s, and they have like a teenage daughter. Daughter fucking hates him. She wants nothing to do with her parents. Parents are always arguing, and he goes to like his daughter. His daughter's like on like I guess like a spirit squad or cheer squad at her high school, and he goes to see her perform, and he sees this chick who's on the thing with her, who's like her daughter's friend. At the second he sees the chick, his mouth like drops open, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so fucking hot." This chick's like 16, 17, and he's a fucking 40-something-year-old man, and he's like in love with her. And like they finish the fucking thing, and then they go outside, and he's telling the daughter like, "Oh, honey, do you want to ride?" And like he's like
God.
legit flirting with this young woman, like right in front of his daughter's face, and his daughter's like disgusted, bro. She's like, "I can't believe you fucking like." After like when they come home, she's like, "I can't believe you fucking acted like that in front of homegirl." And then there's scenes in the movie where like he went through his daughter's stuff to find homegirl's number, the friend's number, and then he called the friend, but he didn't say anything. And like the daughter got out of the shower and he like ran away, and the fucking the friend calls back. She's like, "I just *69 the number. Like, were you calling me?" And she's like, "No." And she's like, "What the fuck? Who is fucking
Wait, so
calling?"
it's like a comedy, right? It's like a black comedy or a dark
I
comedy.
would say there's comedic moments.
Yeah, there's
for sure.
comedic moments. I
But
would
it's
say it's more of a
serious.
more of a drama, but definitely
Yeah.
comedic moments in it.
It's
Yeah,
a
man.
drama.
It's a drama. You should. I think you'd like it, bro. You should watch it.
Bro, I will feel uncomfortable.
It's like
It's-
suspenseful
it is
because the
very- makes you
suspense
very
builds up
uncomfortable.
and some other shit starts happening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah.
real shit starts happening.
I was like, I hope this isn't like the main through line of the movie.
No, it's not him
No,
trying to like follow.
actually, no.
In a way, it is, but like this whole thing causes a bunch of other things to happen,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and like the neighbor's son and all that.
Yeah, with the whole like the gay thing and all that shit. There's honestly a lot of elements to the movie. It's actually a really well written movie. Like when I was watching, because I had seen it a long time ago, so we were watching it, like watching it, rewatching. I was like, man, this is fucking like they put this together pretty well. All the pieces of like the neighbor and like him and him like having this, I guess you call it like a midlife crisis to where
Yeah.
he's like, I'm fucking done, like, working this shitty job. I'm gonna quit. I'm just gonna fucking work at a fast food place and, like, have no responsibility. Like, I just want to enjoy my life. Like, I'm done with my wife. He starts beating off in bed, and his wife's like, "Are you masturbating?" And he's like, "God damn it, I am." And they start fucking
Imagine
arguing.
Kevin Spacey doing that.
Oh no!
And he's
no.
like, "You're not gonna do anything about it." And she's like, "Oh,
Oh my word!" And then just turns around and goes to
You
bed.
won't make me come.
I'll do it
That's
my goddamn
pretty
self
much-
right next to you.
pretty much exactly what he did."
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's a great movie though. It's a great movie.
It's a great movie.
It is.
Motherfucker's a good actor, Kevin Spacey. Baby
Oh,
Driver, you
yeah,
remember
man.
Baby Driver?
Man,
Yeah,
that's a great
dude.
movie.
That's a really good movie
He's
too.
been in so many good movies. It's a shame that he's a fucking creep, man. He
It
was in
is.
a lot of good movies, dude.
Yeah. What else was he in? He was in
Usual Suspects.
Usual Suspects.
He was in
is the one.
Seven. Seven is fucking
Ooh,
great.
and
dude.
he's a real creepo in Seven.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, have you seen Seven?
No.
Seven is a
In
good.
Seven, no,
it's
I'm thinking of
grotesque though.
Unusual Suspects where he doesn't pop up until like the end.
Well, no, he's in the whole movie in Usual
But
Suspects.
you don't know until
You don't know. There's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
big
it's the
reveal.
reveal at
There's
the
a big
end.
reveal at the end. Seven is him, Morgan. He's not really
What's
a
in
main
the
character.
box?
Yeah,
What's in
that's
the
what's in the
box?
box. Morgan Freeman, Brad Pitt, and
Do you know what's in the box? Do you know the context of that movie? What's in the box?
Yeah, I know what happens.
Okay.
I know he's like a serial killer and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he's like a
It's
serial
fucking-
killer modeling the deaths
It's-
after like the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah,
It's
and
like
his wife's-
gluttony.
it's Brad Pitt's wife's
Yeah.
head.
Okay, yeah.
And he
So-
opens the box like
And so he turns he's one of the 7 deadly sins, and he turns Brad Pitt into Wrath, the other 7 deadly sin. Because
Okay.
he basically like forces his hand to kill him.
Okay.
He sets it up in a way that they're all alone, and Brad Pitt has a gun in his hand, and they have them. He's already like handcuffed and everything.
Yeah.
and he's just like egging him on, like, do it, kill me, do it, and he does.
So that's damn. I didn't even know that went over my head, dude. So that's why he set it up so that Brad Pitt can take out his wrath on him. So that's the last sin.
Yeah, that's the last sin.
So what was the sin of him killing the wife?
Oh,
Or was
that
it, it was
was
just,
set
it was just an isolated
envy.
incident.
Maybe it was envy or something like that.
I think it might have been envy because
Yeah.
he wanted his relationship or something like that.
Something like that.
He wanted what that dude and his wife had.
Yeah.
I think it was something like that.
So he was definitely one of them. I think it was envy, and then he made him wrath.
That's
Gluttony's
genius.
a disgusting one. He like ties a guy to a bed and just feeds him nonstop until he's like dying.
Oh, man.
Like he's
I
like
would
all
hate to be
stitched
picked
up
for
and
that
ripped
one.
up. It's crazy. It's
Pick
crazy.
me for
movie.
envy or something.
pick me for envy.
I don't want to be gluttony.
Yeah, Gluttony's a bad one.
That's the worst one.
I mean,
Nah,
they're all bad.
What does he do to the prostitute for lust? He did something fucking crazy to that bitch.
Oh, I forget something
See,
about
I don't know
looking
if I
pretty.
can watch those movies, man, because it
It's-
just puts me in like a weird.
That
mind
movie is
state.
so dark,
It's
bro.
extremely
it's
dark.
one of the most dark movies I think I've ever seen. It's from the guy who made Zodiac, David Fincher. He's
Yeah.
made a lot of dark
Oh,
shit.
David Fincher.
He's made some dark
What's up
shit.
with homie?
Well, what's going
Like,
on
why?
with him?
I don't know how you get into that field of just making movies like that.
You got to be a real sick motherfucker.
He's a dark dude, bro. He
Because
made
didn't
Fight
he-
Club. He made Zodiac.
Did he do
made
Gone Girl?
The Gone Girl.
Yeah.
Those are all very dark movies.
He's never made like a light hard movie. That's his shit. Like he's just a dark.
He
Like,
did
that's-
make
that's his theme.
Bright with Will Smith.
was it? I heard
Nah,
that was
David
an
Fincher
absolute
didn't
ass
make
movie.
Bright.
I swear he made Bright.
David Fincher did not make Bright. You're crazy.
Bro, I swear he made Bright.
I hope
I
not,
will
'cause-
bet you.
Oh, it's David Ayer.
That's a
Okay,
stain
David
on his
Ayer. David
legacy.
Ayer is a garbage can. Okay.
Bro, imagine if David Fincher made Bright.
If David Fincher made Bright, that hoe would be good, bro. Will Smith just fucking staring down, fucking dark as shit.
Yeah.
I when it's fucking
These orcs killed my wife.
yeah, fucking blue skin.
What a silly ass movie.
Oh,
the plot of the
Fincher did
movie
Social
is
Network.
Yeah, he
did
did Social Network.
That's also
God.
a dark one, but no killing in that
Yeah,
one.
it's a different kind of dark.
Yeah.
Well, he did. Somebody did die.
In the movie? In Social
Died.
Network?
No, the twins' legacy died too as well in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
The fucking Winklevoss
The
twins.
Winklevoss-
The Winklevoss
Didn't that
twins.
guy who played the Winklevoss twins in the movie, Army Hammer, didn't he get caught for doing, or not caught, but like suspected cannibalist shit?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
You haven't heard about that?
I forgot what
You
it
gotta look
was,
that
but I
up.
know.
Gio, would you mind looking it up?
That's
real
a
quick?
crazy accusation.
That's
Suspected
crazy.
cannibalism.
Dude, no, really. He got canceled. Like this is in the at the peak of like right following the peak of the Me Too shit. He got swept up because he was like saying, I think on the phone with somebody, or like some messages came out and he was saying some real cannibalist shit.
He's
So-
a cannibalistic fetishizer.
Has he? Oh, so he did it? Like they caught him
No,
eating
we
people?
don't
or
know.
He was trying to cop a little meat on the black market.
He was trying to cop a little meat. I
to
don't
eat
know.
though, not to put in
I'm
his
not.
butt.
That's the thing. I don't know. Like I don't know how much the guy actually did. I'm not sure if he actually ate somebody, but there's a lot of evidence that he's into the idea.
And they
of
dropped
it.
his ass, bro. He hasn't done a lot of shit.
He hasn't
since.
done anything.
I mean,
bro.
if you're unironically talking about eating meat with someone like while you're sexting, because I think was that what it was? Because now I think this is coming back to me. This was a while ago, right? Like
I
5
feel
years
like
ago.
it might have been something like that. Like
He was talking to a girl and he was like, "I
Unironically.
want to eat your skin," that sort of thing.
I think that's what it was.
I think so.
What a sick puppy, dude.
I know, dude.
What a sick
But should
puppy.
he be canceled for that? I mean,
what's
he's not
wrong with
actually, huh?
What's wrong with that?
Not canceled, but
He's
like
not actually-
essential.
it's gonna
He's
leave
not
a bad
actually
taste in
eating
your mouth.
people.
Yeah.
He's
Thank
not.
God.
He's not committing a crime.
No, he's but no. But it's
He's not
creepy.
it's creepy.
It's
He's not
creepy, yes.
He's not hurting anybody.
But that's well, I don't even know what you could make like
See,
as
some
an
shit should
equivalent
not
for that.
be. Some things should not be swept up in like the Me Too movement because
I
then we
agree.
start diluting it with all this other
Yeah.
shit. And
I agree.
Nah, bro.
I don't think he should be canceled. He definitely deserved to lose his jobs because that's a. I mean, how's a studio supposed to hire somebody who has that around them?
Yeah, no, that's outrageous.
You want that guy in your movie? The guy who's gonna eat people?
How is everybody not supposed to talk about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Any ad you put up, the comments are going to be plagued with fucking
Yeah.
cannibalism
bro?
comments.
Fucking and imagine on set. You know what I mean? All the other actors are just like, Jesus. I wonder if he's ever eaten anybody.
He's like at the food table. It's like, oh, it's not his. This isn't really his forte.
It's not really.
We're bringing Army in today, so you know what he likes.
You know what he likes?
Put out the raw meat.
You gotta have what he
It's
likes.
just like an animal. They put out a bowl of raw meat for him to eat.
You know, I was reading that. You guys know the show The Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Oh, just finished, didn't it?
Yeah. So the show just
Finally.
finished. I was reading that the extras on that show, like for the craft services table, they get barbecue because I think it's shot in like Atlanta or some shit.
It's fire.
So like they do like the zombie makeup and they get barbecue and they just eat it and they don't fucking clean themselves.
Yeah.
And they just look dirty as shit and they
On
just
purpose?
Yeah, because they're zombies.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Get him a bunch of ribs. They just like,
Yeah, bro, they get them the dirtiest foods like ribs.
puts them in the
wings,
roll.
Yeah,
Fucking,
give them no napkins, no utensils. All right, you can have as much as you want, but you got to do it with your hands.
and you just walk around dirty as shit.
Bro,
Bro, they have
fall
so
off-
many extras.
What a fall off of a show. Like that bitch
Bro.
was on for too long.
That's one of the biggest fall offs of a show I think I've ever seen. It
Yeah.
just gets so stupid at a certain point.
Dude, I saw like the viewership of the show.
It's crazy.
It's like a bell curve, and then at the other end of it, it's like down. It's like straight down, dude.
Yeah.
It's going up and up and up until like season 6 and 7, and then it's like a decline, and then it just doesn't stop declining. And even the last season, and you know what's crazy? I heard people were saying that the last like 2 or 3 seasons started to get better,
no one cares.
but no one cares at that point.
I'm not
Once
gonna
you
pick
fuck
up
it
that
up for
season.
2
Yeah,
3
dude.
seasons already,
Exactly.
doesn't matter. You can't save it
You
anymore.
take 2 to 3. First of all, it was too many seasons. That
Bro,
bitch was like
too many.
12 seasons or some shit.
That's outrageous.
That's ridiculous. Okay, my opinion, good show. The max 5 seasons. Ended at 5.
From
Depending
the
on what
comics,
kind of show it is.
Depending on the show. If it's a miniseries, end it where it is.
If
But
it's a sitcom, I'm okay.
Well, keep
9,
it going.
9 is fine. 8 or 9 is fine.
I'm just thinking about like dramas and shit.
oh,
You know what I
drama's
mean? I'm not
4.
thinking- yeah.
4.
If you're doing it fine, for me, make 20. But you got to make them. But you got to make them right.
But
You
they
got,
don't. They're never.
and you can't.
You can't do. It's impossible.
Especially
Yeah,
because
man.
they always run out of like material. they
Yeah,
ran out of
dude.
like comic book material, so they just filled in shit.
And somebody has to die.
Yeah,
somebody
that's the
from
problem.
main cast
That's
has to die.
That's what Game of Thrones fucked up with. They did not kill enough people in the last few seasons, bro. Like people did not die as much as they thought they would.
And they didn't give them like the proper deaths. Like the
Yeah.
people who deserve to die a shitty death did not die a shitty death. You know what I mean?
They
And
didn't go out shitty.
They didn't go out shitty. So like people never got their revenge. Like yeah, you saw them die, but it was just like poorly done. Like
Yeah.
oh, a rock fell on them and they died.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's like,
Off
what?
camera.
And
These
there were-
guys sucked the whole show. How
There
did
were
you do this?
Lots of plot points introduced and then never followed up on.
Oh, yeah.
In Game of Thrones' particular case.
I mean, a huge one was like first and foremost the Arya thing, the face thing.
oh my god.
Literally never used that.
this bitch has the ability to steal faces. Are
Never
we not
used it.
going
I
to
didn't
use
even
this?
know that.
For like 2 seasons, she was learning how to do all that and like mastering it. Never used it.
And never used
Never-
it.
Yeah.
And then another guy can control animals and see the future. Hardly ever use that. They have
That's-
dragons in the show. Control the dragons, bro. You can win everything.
Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't even think about that. Why not just control the dragons? Send them over to fucking go kill all the dead.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, if you can control 3 dragons at the same time, you can coordinate them properly.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you could fucking really fuck some shit up.
Are we going to blame HBO for any of this? Or are we just
Hell,
blaming the
bro,
writers?
no.
Blaming the-
HBO, no. They're fucking great, bro. They fucking it's because they let these dudes do whatever they want.
That's the problem.
But it's because these dudes had built up so much trust from those first like 5 seasons when the show was actually great that HBO was like, okay, I mean, we trust them. These guys know what they're doing, and then they
But it
just
wasn't their
fucking ruined it.
ideas. And
Yeah, I know.
And they got the job off of some bullshit.
Exactly.
Because George was like, oh, you predicted this one thing. All right, you get the whole show.
That's what
Yeah,
happened.
'cause-
That's how they got the show.
Because he asked them, I think he asked them, like, do you know who Jon Snow's mother is or some shit? And they were just like, yeah. And then they like told him who it was. And then
And he was like, they got it right.
You
like,
fucking got it. You got the job.
So you got the job.
You guys
That's a
fucking got
fucking
it.
South Park ass like skit. How You got it. You got the job. Go ahead. Here's
Well, I mean, I'm sure they had more
$300 million.
They probably had more
credentials.
conversations.
They probably had more credentials than that. Like they wrote other shit. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like besides Game of Thrones, so they like in the industry.
I'm sure George R. R. Martin seems like the kind of guy who you got to sit down and explain to him in depth how you plan on like handling this.
Yeah,
seems insane.
like
I
the
would
tone of the show.
He
and all
does.
that.
If you look at him, he looks like forever Santa Claus.
He does look like
That's right.
With a little conductor hat on.
Yeah,
He looks like either like a train conductor or Santa Claus or a combination of both.
for sure. Yeah, for sure. On his off days, he's Santa. During the Christmas, he's Santa.
You see him on the Polar Express.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a mall Santa right there,
You
dude.
see him on the Polar.
Do you guys remember that fucking movie? I used to watch that all the time when I was in like elementary school, like intermediate school.
That movie scares the shit out of me.
I
Dude,
hate
punching
the
a ticket.
animation, dude.
Yeah.
It's
Animation's horrible.
awful. It's
ass.
terrible. But I'll never forget that train scene where they're skidding the train on the ice. That's a clean.
Oh, when they
scene
get to
right
fucking
there.
to the North Pole, fire.
Well, they're like on a bridge, right? And
No,
they're
when they
going-
get to the actual North Pole, and it's like the lights and all the elves and shit. At the
You know what's
very,
crazy?
very end.
I
Have
fucking
you
don't
guys
remember.
seen that?
I don't remember. Maybe I've never seen Polar Express all the way to the end. I probably stopped it like midway through every
Speaking
time.
of train
Yeah.
movies, you guys ever see Snowpiercer?
That's
Yeah.
a banger of a movie.
That movie is amazing, dude.
They made a show about it. I wonder if it was good. But that's a
They-
really.
They never are.
I mean, that's one of those movies where like you just have to have a suspended version of reality because basically the movie they're driving a train. There's a train going basically around the world, and the
Yeah.
world has now gone through an ice age.
Yeah,
so everything is ice. They can't live outside of it.
The remainder of the people who live in the world live in this train.
Yeah,
Which
they
is
all live on this
crazy.
train, and the basically the different carts are all like classes.
Yeah.
So like the people at the end are in poverty, the people in the front are like wealthy, and they get the most food, they get the better treatment. The people at the end have to work for the train, have to keep it
Bro,
running, and they're eating like
they
shit.
eat. They eat bugs, bro. So they eat like
Yeah,
these
they
like
find out later they're eating bugs.
They eat these bars that's basically just like bugs and like waste, and they like find a way to
Yeah.
like clean it and compact it, and that's what they give to the poor people to eat.
I
That's
knew they
all
were
eat.
eating. I remember they were eating shit.
It's like protein bars of like cockroaches and shit.
Yeah.
And so the whole movie, they're trying to revolt, and people from the back are moving forward through the train, and like just basically like taking over each little caboose thing or whatever they are, the little trailers.
But I mean, all right. So, I mean, not to like go
let's
back
nitpick
to
it.
not to go back to my disbelief, but then all right, if the poor people are eating that, what are the rich people eating? They're not eating fucking steak.
That's what I'm
How
saying.
are they? What are they eating then?
I mean, that's one of those things where like
The best bugs.
I don't know. I mean, how
I
are
don't
they even
remember.
keeping this train running? I know there are people working on the train, but what are they putting in it?
But you know what?
Dead people?
I think it's set in the future, so like the technology was like all advanced. So
Oh,
were-
they are growing stuff on the.
Yeah,
on the train.
yeah. No, he's right. They have, remember they have
Yeah.
because the train is like when we're
big
saying a
as fuck.
train,
It's big.
Yeah, let's not misconstrue it here. Like it's an enormous train with a bunch of cars.
Yeah.
So they have some cars that are like actual like a full sized bar. They have some cars that are like kind of like a little farm where they grow shit, like grow rooms with like
Yeah.
vegetables and shit.
Do they have animals? They have like cattle?
I think they might have.
had
Might have
I
chickens
think they
and
might
shit.
have. Yeah.
Wow, what a sweet deal for the people up front. They're all
Bro.
just hanging out while everyone's doing the work. I don't have a job.
But it's kind of boring. It's like, what's the point of living if this is all we have? We just on a fucking train.
Yeah.
What, I mean, what do you want to do? You want to die?
I mean, fuck, it's better than being in the ice age.
Bro, if I'm in the 1% on that train, I'm
Man.
a part of the rich. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna want to live, bro. You fucking listen to music. You get to bang other. You get to bang other rich people.
It's got my iPhone. I'm just
You got your
chilling.
fucking iPhone.
I mean, but the thing with that is like, there's no end game. What happens here? Like, we just keep going around on the train forever.
That's
there's
life,
never gonna
bro.
be. I can never get off of this
Bro,
thing.
wasn't there like a club on the train?
Of course.
It's like the wealthy people in the beginning.
There was like an actual rave.
Yeah, no, there's like a rave cart.
Yeah, there's a rave cart. Yeah.
Bro, I'll be heated if I'm in the back of the train. Oh, y'all got me fucked
Y'all
up.
got eating shit and cockroaches. And they got neon lights up there.
Motherfuckers are raving. But, so the people at the back are so far back that they're not even. They're like so separated from all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They're like maybe like 30, 40 carts away, so they can't even hear. They're far away. They don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Because like they have their living quarters and shit. I think they power the train. Like they're the ones shoveling.
Yeah, they're doing something.
they're-
I don't know
yeah.
what it
They're
is, but they're
powering
doing
it.
something. Because I know they're doing work back there and eating
That's
shit.
crazy, bro.
eating
It's a great
bugs
movie,
and
though.
shit.
It is a really good
Amazing movie. Yeah, made by a Korean director.
Yep.
Yeah. Have you
I
seen
was
The
about to
Platform? We ever talk about
Yeah,
The
the
Platform?
platform. I don't think we talked about. Did we talk about it on the podcast? I don't think we
can't
did.
remember.
I think we have
That is an absolutely fantastic movie, though.
never watched.
Similar concept. Very similar concept. But, well, should I talk about it? We
it.
repassed it?
We don't. I mean,
I think I could have sworn we did talk about it.
I think we did talk about it when it came out or something like that.
Yeah, but basically, there's a platform going down in this jail
Yeah.
where the people at the top get a ridiculous amount of food, just all this amazing food. They have like salmon, lobster, all kinds of crazy stuff, everything you can think of.
Yeah.
They put it on this platform, and there's levels from like 1 to like 250. So the people at the top get first dibs, and the platform is slowly going down, and everyone has like, I think it's like 5 minutes or less. And they get the platform on their level, and then they can take whatever they want, or they can eat whatever they want, but they can't take anything. Okay. If they take anything, they get killed. Their floor, they release a gas that kills them. So it's going down. You have to just basically eat as much as you can, and these people are absolute pieces of shit to each other. So they're like spitting. The people at the top are like spitting on the food. They're like putting their foot in it. They're like grabbing shit, spitting it out, like not even swallowing it.
That's
just
hilarious.
being pieces of shit. And so the platform continues going down, and the people at the bottom basically get like nothing, like plates and silverware.
I wonder why the people at the top do, like, why fuck over the person beneath you if you're already getting food?
So in the movie, they say that like that's just how it's always been. The people up top did it to me. So okay, in the movie, after like I think a month, after a month they randomize your floor. Okay. So you could go from floor 200 to floor like 6, or you could go from floor 10 to like floor like 78. So it's just randomized. You could be living real good one month, and then the next month you're at the very bottom, and you're literally like trying to eat yourself to survive because there's nothing on the thing. That makes sense.
So because if you've been like close to the bottom, you've been getting like shit and like nothing. You're like, fuck these people. I'm gonna fucking fuck these guys over. So that's why you do that.
The main character is new to the place, so that's what he's trying to do. He's like, why are we doing this? Like he's trying to talk to the people above them. Like, you know, just save a little bit. Like save a little bit for everyone, and we can like ration this, and everyone can eat. And they're just like basically like, fuck you. They in front of his face, they like piss on the food. They like piss down on it. They spit on it. All that shit. And the guy who he's roommates with has been there for years, and he's like, that's just not how it works here. Like when you're at the top, you get to do that. When you're at the bottom, you have to deal with it. But one day it's gonna switch, and then you're gonna be the one doing it.
And then he tells Homeboy at one point, because they get sent to a really low level, so there's like, and they're there for a good amount of time. There's like barely any food at that level, and he tells Homeboy like, listen, I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna have to tie you down and slice a little piece off of you every now and then. Just a little piece. That's what he said. Just a little piece.
Relax.
For me to survive. Because everybody has like one weapon. And his weapon is like a sword.
Yeah.
So this dude has a sword. So he's going to slice like off the main character. He said, I want to just slice a little piece off of you so I can eat it and survive. I don't want that much.
Everyone has one object. So it's like, one lady brought a dog. You got to bring a knife. That old guy had it right. Bring that fucking knife.
Oh, yeah. I saw his sword. Yeah, he had a knife.
So he fucking, or whatever it is. And he ties him down. He's like feeding him pieces of himself and eating the guy himself.
Can I bring an animal that I can eat?
What happened?
I mean, you can bring the dog. Like some lady brought a dog.
What happened to the lady who had a dog?
Like
Didn't the dog just died?
They murked the dog. Of course they murked the dog. I forget how, but I think
the dog is getting murked.
Because sometimes the people go crazy and they'll get on the platform and go to different levels and just kill people. Or like attack each other and shit like that.
You are in jail, so it's not the same caliber of people outside.
Yeah. No one's nice in there. Everyone's real pieces of shit.
Nice.
But they're going to make a second one. That's the type of movie where they got to explain what the hell's going on. Because how is this legal? How are they doing this?
When they start explaining stuff, it falls apart.
You know they're going to make a second one because it did well.
Exactly. Man,
it's like Squid Game, bro. It's like now they're going to make a whole universe for it. And I'm like,
dude, speaking of Squid Game,
did
you hear the fucking actor? The actor who played the old man in Squid Game? Like one of the main dudes, the main guy, the old guy.
Oh man, number one.
He got arrested, indicted for sexual harassment, right?
Indicted is not good. That means they have proof, right?
Indicted is proof. There's evidence. There's gonna be a trial. That means like they have evidence to convict him. That's what it means if you're getting indicted.
What do you guys think about? I mean, don't do that. But it's like years later.
Fuck him. No.
But he was indicted, so actually,
Jail.
I just remember that. I just remember he was indicted. It's not like accusations. It's like there's a trial.
Yeah, no, if he's indicted, it's like a trial is pending. It's going to happen.
Jail.
Oh man, you stupid bitch.
I don't give a fuck about no. What's that shit called? The statutations or whatever.
Statute limitations.
Jail.
Yeah,
his ass gonna go jail. I wonder if they already finished filming the second one, or if he's even gonna be in there. No, he died. He died. So
Spoiler alert.
I'm not gonna need him.
He's the one who organized the whole thing.
Spoiler alert.
He's number one in the movie, and he dies at the end.
Man, as soon as I saw number one, I was like, oh, he's the guy.
No, you did not.
I swear to God, I called it.
I swear to God, bro. You guys, my girl. I told her from the get go. I was like, this guy's first and foremost. His number is 1.
He's the only old one,
and he's the only old person. Yeah. How is this possible? And then when he was crying and like screaming, they stopped everything. And I was like, why would they do that? Why would they care if this guy's worried?
They didn't show him get shot.
Yeah.
They panned away as soon as the guy shot the gun. I was like, bro, he is.
And they didn't show his body, but they showed all the other bodies.
Yeah.
Because there's a part where they're rioting, and there's I don't know how many of them, like 200 of them all rioting and killing each other. And this guy's like screaming, crying, and when they notice he's screaming and crying, they stop everything. There's just too many little things like that where I was like, they're giving this guy
Are
treatment.
you sure
Why
it's
is
not
that?
hindsight being 2020?
No,
are you
called
for
it,
real?
bro.
No, I called it, bro. Episode like 2. I'm not kidding.
I swear I have no reason to lie. The first time he's on camera, I'm like, this is the dude.
Because he's
What the
He's-
fuck?
he's
I
in
had
the
no
back,
idea.
He's just hidden. He's just sitting like this, and he has number 1 on his shirt. I was like, bro, he been here numerous times. I knew for sure this wasn't his first time doing it.
Yeah,
I'll say that
okay.
at least.
I actually didn't call the fact that he organized it, but I
didn't call
called
that.
like that maybe he was like brothers with the person who did, or like he has some sort of affiliation and like he
Yeah.
does it for fun.
I knew he
because the
was
whole
involved.
time he was having a great time doing it. He wasn't even like scared of when they were killing people.
Nah.
You know, I thought he wasn't scared because he might have had like some kind of cancer. You know what also threw me off is like whenever they all vote to go back in Squid Game, when they vote to go back to their lives,
They didn't show him.
and he voted too. He also voted to go back because he was the very last vote,
Did they show him?
and he was
To
like,
go back to their lives.
yeah, and not do the Squid Game again.
Oh,
He
actually-
voted to go back,
I forgot about that.
and
That's
that tripped me up. So I was like, okay, so he's a person then. He's not like one of the fucking.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Throws the scent off.
yeah, it was weird. I was like, and I guess, and then he ends up seeing Homeboy at like a corner store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Don't get me wrong. Don't let me sit here and tell you that I guessed the whole movie from the get go. But
No, I didn't guess
But
it.
I did guess that like this guy is something. But yeah, there were definitely points where I was like, I can't tell anymore because now he's looking worried. Now this and that. You know, I don't know. They kind of throw you for a loop.
Yeah.
But the big points was that he was old and he was number 1, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's got to be a red flag. There's no other old people here.
I was about to say, I was like, bro, I know something is up
Yeah.
when I saw him the first time.
This motherfucker does this for fun. He does
Yeah.
this every year.
Man, South Korean culture has really taken over like the world, man. Whether it's like BTS or like their movies or shit, like their culture has really spread like crazy.
Yeah, people love fucking BTS, bro.
I don't get it. But I mean, hey, man, it's not for me to get.
It's
They
not
don't
for me to
want
get.
me.
Yeah, it's not my. Yeah, I don't like pop music and shit
Are
like
you,
that.
are you not the target
I'm
audience?
not the target audience for BTS,
Gio is
bro.
not the target audience for BTS.
Imagine Gio at a fucking You'd be the tallest person at a BTS concert. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Including the singers.
Yeah.
Yes, you'd be taller than everybody there. The only people who'd probably be your size are the security guards.
Exactly.
That's it. There'd be no one
Hey,
else
what are you
your
doing
size.
there, bro? Get to work. Come
Bro,
back over here.
I love seeing videos of like grown adults with their kids at BTS shows, and they don't know what to do. They're just sitting in the chair, just like, yeah.
Imagine being like an older white guy and your daughter takes you to a BTS concert.
Smooth like butter.
Yeah, are they singing? They're singing. I mean, I would imagine they're singing in Korean, right? It has to be in Korean.
in both.
Some of their
It's
songs are
Korean
some of their songs are Korean all the way, and some are like Korean to English, and they
Yeah.
have some songs mostly in English and some mostly Korean.
I have what are y'all gonna do when y'all grow up and like you see your kids like fucking wilding out at a concert for a band you've never heard of?
Oh man, it's gonna be a trip.
Like
It's probably
BTS.
gonna be.
Like for real.
It's gonna be like 4 dudes dressed up like dogs or something like that, and they're doing like crazy noises like on a little machine.
Hey man,
That's
they're
what's
gonna have
be.
to go with the robot companion because
Yeah.
I'm gonna be busy, bro.
Take the robot butler.
Take the robot butler. He'll go take jives.
Take
He'll go
jives.
with you,
Bro, I'll tell y'all something. When my mom took me to like a live Wiggle show to see them live, and I was going
saw them
crazy.
Wiggle?
That's fire.
And my mom was like, "What the fuck is wrong with this kid?" I was losing my shit at the
Wild
Wiggles.
to the Wiggles.
Crazy, bro.
How are those dudes doing? They get caught up with some sexual
Nah,
shit
they're
too?
chilling. They're chilling. They're
All
chilling.
4 of them?
Nah, they're all good. They're all
Damn.
good.
They're all
That's
good.
hard
They're
to
all good.
believe,
They're
man.
Australian, bro. They're good people.
Okay.
The Australians can be trusted.
I didn't
I'll
know the
say
Wiggles
that.
were Australian.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that either.
I thought they were American.
bro. They had Tame Impala on their show.
They did?
Yeah,
The Wiggles?
yeah.
Wait, how long did the Wiggles go? When did the Wiggles stop? When they break
They're,
up?
they're still going, bro. They might change people in the group, but they're still
Oh.
going like as a show.
I like that, man. I like when a show is able to like keep that longevity, like Blue's Clues.
Or like the Blue
Stuff
Man
like that.
Blue Man Group?
Blue Man Group is a crazy one though because for sure they switch those motherfuckers up.
Of
You
course.
can't even see who they are.
It's just a bald blue guy with his face painted blue, but it's fucking
Yeah.
cool. They're fucking playing the drums and shit.
Have
I
you guys
still-
ever
I don't
seen-
get it.
What are the
I don't get it either.
performances? I've never even seen them on YouTube. What do they do?
All I know is they play the drums. I love that because I fucking love drums.
Yes.
And that's all I know. I don't know what they do besides that. Like I don't know if you go to a live show and it's just them playing drums and throwing paint. Like I don't know what happens.
I think that's what it might be. I think they have like paint on the drums and all that shit. And when they're hitting it, it's
Yeah.
like making really cool, ripples and
splashes.
splashes and stuff. But how do I, as a viewer, see that in the audience?
Yeah,
like
like
how is
what-
it cool for me?
Besides hearing it, what's my appeal? Like Cirque du Soleil is different. Like, Cirque du Soleil people are doing amazing shit with
that's-
their
yeah, that's
bodies.
way
you
It doesn't
know?
matter how far away it is. Like that person is way up on that ladder. How are they up there? Like I've seen some crazy. I went to one Cirque du Soleil like a performance, and that shit was absolutely outrageous. And it wasn't even like a high end one. And I saw people doing things that,
It was a low end Cirque du Soleil
bro,
show.
shit that
They
maybe
were
like
cold.
one person in this entire city might be able to do. It was like amazing things.
Absolutely, man, dude. They have to be in amazing shape. Like all
Yeah.
the people that I was seeing like do it when I went to go see the one in Vegas. Like there was like a chick who was like floating on something it looked like it was as thin as like a scarf, and she was like easily like gracefully sliding down it like it was a pole, but it was like a scarf. It was like as thin as a scarf, and I was like, bro, this chick. And you could tell her. She was fucking ripped. She had huge legs, fucking like big arms, you know?
Yeah, they got to be in ridiculous shape. I saw a dude. It was a ladder that was maybe like 3 stories tall or something like that, like 30 feet tall. This guy climbed up the ladder with it leaning against nothing.
I've seen that too. How the fuck do they do that?
Bro, that is the most amazing thing I've ever... He's like at the very top of the ladder and just balancing himself. He climbed up it while it's leaned against nothing. That's insane. I saw some lady like hula hooping with like 100 hula hoops, which doesn't sound that cool.
No, it's crazy.
But when you see it, you're like, how is this even possible? How is she doing this?
It's an amazing spectacle. I saw a guy do something similar. Well, you're talking about the ladder, but he did it with like it wasn't 30 feet. That's fucking crazy.
I don't know what it was, but it for sure was over like 15, 20.
He did it with like it must have been like a 15-foot ladder, and he would get to the top and he would climb over the top.
Oh my God.
And then like put the ladder over his head and like keep moving and like climbing up of it and going over the other side and then going down.
What? Wait. So he gets to the top of the ladder, he front flips over it to the other side?
It basically, and like
So
starts climbing.
It's a smaller ladder.
It's probably like 15 foot, 20 foot. I mean, that's still a lot,
bro.
That's still a fucking, but yeah, it's a ladder standing against nothing.
You give me a 5-foot ladder, I'm not getting up that thing without falling, bro. You give me a 3-foot ladder, that's it.
I'm still going to find some way to bust my ass.
Yeah, this thing's against
man.
nothing. It's insane.
I'm just like, you know what I was thinking about the whole time when I was watching? I was like, bro, what if? Because there was one part of the show where they have like these two like the skateboard looking ramps. You know, people were like the ones that people skate off of, like the Tony Hawk shit. They have the two different opposing ones, and they had on roller skates, and they would like go and they would like roller skate right like within like less than an inch of each other, and they would pass each other going at the same time, and like they'd go up in the air. And like convulge and like do tricks and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, what if they just fucking slam right into each other? Does the show get paused?
Both their heads just smacking it. That's it, bro.
Smack.
You are going to witness 2 people turn into liquid, bro. That is they're going way too fast.
I would just be like, oh,
whoa! That part of the show start clapping. Starts clapping. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
When I watched that show that I was talking about, the Cirque du Soleil one, I was reading that like 5 days later in Florida, it was a different performance, but like a similar thing with the ladder. Someone had fell and died. Because they don't use they don't use like any safety measures. They're just hoping for the best.
For some they do, but for something like that, probably not.
Yeah, for the crazy ones where they're way up there, but for some of them, like they don't use anything.
It also depends like the facility too. Like when they were in Vegas, like they have whole places built out that are just kind of for them. So they have trampolines and shit. Like they have things built out like foam pits and shit. If they're going to like if they're traveling to like places like Florida and
not the same.
you know like Tennessee, like they're not gonna have that shit built out for them.
Yeah, I want to go to one of the Las Vegas ones so bad.
Oh, the Vegas ones are crazy, man. They go all out. The one I saw was like a Beatles themed one.
Oh, I bet it's
so
cool.
they did a bunch of the Beatles hits and they would like change outfits and shit and you know like do all kinds of different performances to different songs.
They got a sex one. We gotta go watch that one.
They have a sex one?
Yeah. They got one that's
go see
real
that one.
sensual. It's like an animal based one, and they're all dressed up like sexy animals.
They're like furries?
Yeah, kind of. They're all dressed up like cheetahs and shit, and I think they're like in like nude in body paint sort of thing, or like titties out in body paint.
Oh, that's
dudes too. I'm sure they got dicks in there.
I'm good.
No, the one I really want to go to is the water one. There's a water-based one.
The water one?
In Vegas, yeah.
Oh, I've heard of
Yeah.
I've heard of yeah.
I want to go to that one, dude. I went to a Chris Angel show in Las Vegas when I was like 12.
Same.
And it was really fucking cool.
I feel like
it was so cool.
I feel like Chris Angel would be awesome.
Bro, he was so cool. And even in front of your face, man, like, I know it's like a stage. I know, like, you know, they got props going on and shit. But
who gives a shit,
It's
bro?
a really open space. And there were some things where I'm like, I don't know how he did this.
Yeah.
Like, this is fucking amazing.
This
is real magic, bro.
Yeah, this is real magic.
He's an angel.
It was all kinds of crazy shit, bro.
He's an angel.
Guy would be like floating in the air and just like disappear and stuff
Yeah,
like
bro.
that. And you're like, where? Like, I know that there's something going on. Like, they figured this out, but where could he have possibly gone?
Probably
There's people like under him.
Slips behind some kind of curtain or something that we didn't know was there.
I don't know, bro.
That's probably the only way they can do that kind of shit. I mean, some kind of maneuvering with like the environment. Have you guys ever seen that movie? It's about magic.
Now You See Me.
No, not Now You See Me. That's a modern one. This was directed by Christopher Nolan.
Oh, The Prestige.
The Prestige.
yeah.
I haven't seen it though. I need to watch
Dude, that movie is amazing. Like,
Yeah?
it goes into all those kinds of tricks.
it. Huey Jack and Christian Bale.
Yeah, it's about two like they're not really dueling magicians. They're like they're like peers, right? So like They're not
Is Christian Bale. Christian Bale is in it.
Christian Bale's in it,
Why
so
do I
is Hugh
think
Jackman.
Fucking Robert Downey Jr. is in it.
Nah, he's not in it.
I could see him in it though. I could see him on that
He'd be
cover
good.
dressed up in
He'd
black
be good
and
in that
gray.
hoe.
Yeah.
He'd be good as a fucking magician.
I always thought he was in there.
Shout out Robert Downey. They haven't put him in anything good lately, but
I know, since he stopped doing the Iron Man shit.
Yeah.
That boy
He-
retired.
He did like one shitty movie after that, but I never saw
Fucking
it.
Doolittle.
Doolittle with a
Yeah,
bunch
dude.
of talking animals. Or
just
some
on a
shit.
boat with a bunch of whose idea was that? You know they had to pay him a fat check to even be a part of it.
Exactly. I bet you it was like, listen, RDJ,
Yeah.
we're gonna give you fucking 50 mil to get on this dumbass boat with these dumbass animals.
You know what they said? They said, you don't want to be Iron Man no more? All right, bet. Doolittle.
Doolittle.
How about
Doolittle.
that?
Go sit on the
50
boat,
mil.
talk to some penguins, idiot. You don't want to be Iron Man anymore.
he probably just collected a nice 50 and was on his way.
And he went out like an absolute G in the Marvel world.
Oh, yeah,
like
he
that's
got-
one of the biggest G's in the Marvel.
he got the best ending.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Out of
he saved the
everybody.
world in the fucking movie. He saves the world.
Bro, fucking speaking of movies, well, one that's about to come out. Did y'all hear the budget for Avatar?
Wasn't it like $2 billion?
It is $2 billion.
That's the size of a company.
It's $2
bro.
billion.
The budget is $2 billion.
Yeah, the budget was
Total,
$2 billion.
total. So they have
Bro.
to make $2 billion to break even.
Yes.
Plus more because of all the other shit, right?
Nah, it's-
Don't
they
they
already
say
did
like
that.
It would
double?
just- well, $2 billion would just be to break even.
Yeah, that's
So they'd
that's
have to
counting
make
that. That's
to make
counting that.
profit.
Okay, so it would okay.
Yes, to make profit, they'd have to make at least $2 million or
At
more.
least $2
Bro.
billion.
More than $2 million.
$2 billion. That is
Damn.
so much money.
This shit is over, bro.
But they're gonna make money. It's
Yeah.
fucking
they're
Avatar.
gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be that easy.
It's gonna generate a lot of buzz. Am I gonna go see it? I don't know.
I'm not gonna see it.
I don't know if I have a desire.
I
to
didn't even see
it.
the first one.
I don't
I'ma go
remember
see
the
it.
first
Y'all aren't gonna
one.
go. Y'all are gonna see it when that thing is in the movie theaters.
I don't know if I didn't
You don't
know
wanna
if
go see
Jordan-
Avatar 2?
I was about to say my full name. I ain't going to go see that
You won't catch me in no damn Avatar 2
motherfucker. Hell
screening,
nah, bro.
I gotta go see it, man, because we've been waiting for years. Listen,
Y'all been waiting.
It's not. It's
I have
not
not
like,
been
I mean, no,
waiting.
I haven't been waiting like with my fucking hands in my mouth or anything like biting
My
my
hands
teeth.
in my mouth.
Biting my teeth. Ooh, no, I meant like biting my teeth. I haven't been doing it like that, but like when I heard it was coming out, I was like, okay, I'm intrigued.
I like that it takes place somewhat underwater.
I love that.
concept is cool.
And the fact that the first one did so well, I feel like they have to make this one super extravagant.
That's
I mean,
what I'm saying. I
$2
feel like
billion?
I feel like when the first one came out, that stuff was like, wow, we haven't seen this stuff before. But now it's like normal.
yeah,
No,
I hear you.
well-
I hear you.
Well, no, we haven't seen this one, so we don't know what they've done for this. You know what I mean? Because he
Eh.
innovated a lot of shit to be able to make the other one. So for this, I would assume that like he's
He gotta
done
go.
more shit.
They got to go crazy.
Maybe they're gonna make
crazy.
some groundbreaking like water, some sort of cinematography, because you don't really see that too often. And when you do,
That's kinda like-
it's like minimal.
Bro, well, the Black Panther movie had some crazy water shit.
It did.
It had some crazy water
Kind
shit.
of
haven't
what this.
seen it yet.
That's
I
kind of
need
this
to
guy's
watch it.
gimmick, though. As a director, James Cameron, he's
Yeah.
like he likes to like beyond just the movie itself, like
The technology.
the technology, like the whole show, the Titanic, like they built the whole fucking ship.
Yeah.
It's fucking
insane.
crazy.
You know what I mean?
Isn't James Cameron the one who is the person who's gone the second furthest in the ocean?
Yeah, bro.
That's fucking crazy. In a
when he
submarine.
went- he got really into that shit like before he did Titanic.
What a crazy
Like-
thing to
like-
do.
Well,
Go
he's a fucking
submarine.
crazy ass guy.
Yeah,
bro.
all this money's like, you know what? I'm gonna get really into going far deep under the ocean.
And they wonder why there's 15 Terminator movies.
Yeah.
It's to fund his shit.
Yeah, bro. He got hella money now, so he's like, I just want to do a bunch of cool shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, every level is fucking Terminator 7 paid for this one. Terminator 8 paid for this one. That's pretty cool though, man. I mean,
It is.
What an interesting fella. That's a fun thing to know
Hell
that the
yeah,
director
bro.
did. Like that makes me want to go watch the movie more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's it. Like knowing that he cares that much about like technology, I'm like, okay, let's see how interesting this movie will be. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that makes me somewhat want to go watch Avatar 2. But beyond that,
yeah.
I don't have a desire for it because it doesn't look that
I have-
interesting.
I mean, the
to me.
plot for sure. Who cares about the fucking
That's
plot?
the thing. The
you know?
plot. I just don't care about those characters. I
Yeah.
don't. The blue world of the Na'vi.
And not to be a
the
little
Native
racist.
Americans, basically.
Not to be racist.
Yeah.
They all look the same.
They all.
They do.
they all look the same.
They did.
They
Make
all
them
look the same.
and somehow
They all
they
look the same.
they're able to talk to each other and distinguish each other.
Yeah, like how the fuck their hair was different.
And
That
then,
was
and then the
only
white man
difference.
pulls up and is like, y'all got resources, we want them.
Y'all got resources we want. Let me put on this mech suit.
Yeah, put on this mech. Yeah, because they're like fucking 10 feet tall or whatever.
Yeah.
beating
Yeah, I
people up.
remember that.
It's an interesting concept, but yeah, Gio, I think like you said, it was the times. Like
It was the time, bro.
it's too many fantasy movies and movies like that have already came out to the point where like a super colorful and crazy looking movie like that isn't as unique as it was before.
What was the last movie that you saw like in theaters that you were like, wow, like really blown away by what happened?
like a spectacle or like a good
Just
movie?
in general, just like it, like just an idea or something that you
I mean,
saw.
I really
The-
liked Smile, to be honest, but
Yeah,
I really like The Menu.
that's a really cool
Menu
idea.
was good?
The Menu, the movie that I just saw. I was telling my girlfriend, like, if you asked me to name a movie similar to that, or to even put it in a genre, I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's such a unique movie that I'm like, that's just such an interesting concept that they explored and like found a way to flesh out. Because there's some elements of horror, there's some elements of drama, there's some elements of comedy, like there's some suspense, there's some thriller, like there's so much they kind of put in there, and like all the performances are so good. And I would 100% watch that.
Did you watch the trailer?
You know, I don't really like watching movie trailers. I probably watch like 30 seconds of it and like turn it off. That's what I usually do. I watch because I feel like movie trailers give away too much.
I feel like the trailer for that movie probably didn't do it justice there.
No,
'Cause I did
trailers
not like the
don't,
trailer.
bro.
There's more to it, right, than that story. There has to
trailer
be
did
more
not
to
look-
it than the story.
That trailer
Yeah,
was
yeah,
horrible.
of course.
Well, because you didn't see the trailer, but the trailer is exactly what you think it is. Like,
Yeah.
when you
They try, they just give away too much, and they don't really.
a bunch of rich people, they're coming to a restaurant,
Yeah.
sort of thing, like a getaway sort of thing. They're going to be treated well.
And
to-
oh my God, the chef is weird.
Yeah, to a beautiful dinner, like a really extravagant dinner, and they're all there dressed up. And then the point, I think, like the twist is that they're going to eat them. But I mean,
You're on the
but
menu.
but there's more to it, I'm sure. I'm
yeah,
sure
there's a lot more to
it.
it.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. It's a really well. Like, I thought it was a really well done like character kind of piece because it like fleshes out all the individual characters that are there going to the
I might
island.
go see it then.
Yeah, reminds me of White Lotus. That's
Yeah,
it.
like White Lotus, man.
Yeah.
That one's
What a
fucking.
disappointment.
You didn't like that show?
You didn't like it?
I didn't like the ending.
Wait, of the,
the
first
first
season?
season?
Yeah.
I wish
forgot-
it would have been.
I forgot
It
what
just
happened.
became like, what's the
Homeboy,
point?
that was a fucking great ending. He
I
took a
like
shit
that.
in the dude's room and then he fucking got
it was,
stabbed.
it was funny, but it was like, I don't, what are we doing here? Like, what is the point of this show?
It's all these people's lives, and they all have their demons, and like they're just somehow interacting with each other till that big blowout, till at the end where
Yeah, man, that's-
someone accidentally gets murked, or
That's
I guess purposely. In a
that's
way.
Have y'all watched the second season?
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's
I'm liking
good.
it a lot so
It's,
far.
it's real good. It's real good.
Better than
kinda-
the first?
That's a tough one.
I'd say they're kind of on par, but they've introduced more elements of shit in this second season.
Also, there's still those last 2 episodes, and that's where like the big shit's gonna happen.
Okay, I might
Yeah.
watch it.
You know.
I forgot it was on.
And the thing I like about the show is, you know, a lot of shows and movies do this, but like they start at the beginning. I mean, they start at the end, like with a little flash of something big that happens. So the beginning starts off where they're talking about someone was murdered at this hotel, and the second one starts off with several people were murdered at a different hotel. And so the story starts, and you start to meet all the characters, and you get a feel for them. You get a feel for how they interact with each other, like the shitty people they are, the good people they are.
You're just trying to guess the whole time who it is that gets murdered.
Yeah,
Like,
and
you're
they
trying
really
to figure
like
it out.
they lead in a way that like you're like, oh shit, is it this person? Like they just met and like they didn't know each other at all. Like there's maybe like 5-6 different parties of people going on at
and
once.
they all kind of end up interacting some way or somehow, and
Yeah.
it's so
That's-
interesting
I'm with
watching.
that.
and some of them beef, some of them like don't, and you're like, oh shit, he's gonna kill him. They just met, and they're like, no, it's not gonna happen. Oh shit, it's gonna be this guy.
I'll say it's
It's
not
really good.
It's not very predictable at all.
No.
which I like.
Yeah,
And
like,
Aubrey Plaza's in it, so I'm game.
she's
Yeah.
good. She's really good in the second
I
season.
love me some Aubrey Plaza.
she's a little stuck-up asshole though in it.
She plays that part really well.
love
She does. Yeah, she does.
love
Aubrey
that.
Plaza's an interesting girl. You
She
ever heard
is.
her interviews?
She's very
Strange.
dry.
Very dry, very exactly how you think she would be. I wonder if that's really who she is or if it's like a gimmick now.
I'm pretty sure she's probably exactly like her character from fucking Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
Like I would think she's just.
I feel like they
that.
met her and they was like, yeah,
Like this
you're
is-
in the show now.
you need to be this person.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine anybody else playing that character. Like
Nobody.
it's just the perfect dry like humor for that.
Yeah, it reminds me of that new Jenna Ortega, the girl who's playing Wednesday.
I haven't seen it, but Netflix has been pushing this Wednesday shit down everybody's throat.
What is
Fucking
Wednesday?
hard. From the Addams Family, it's one of the daughters.
Oh.
I don't give a fuck about that stuff.
How do
dude.
they decide
Those are
to
those
make
old
this
movies
kind of
that they
shit?
don't hold up anymore,
Who
dude.
actually cares about the Addams Family?
Yeah, come on, man. I'll look at them on a T-shirt. I'll fucking the Addams Family. I'll sing the tune, but I'm not gonna watch an episode
I
or
refuse
a movie
to
about
watch
the
I
Addams
Wednesday.
Family.
refuse. See, Avery refuses to watch the Addams Family. I refuse to watch Avatar. Omar, we got to find something.
What do I refuse to watch? What do I refuse to watch? Oh, I don't know.
Knives Out.
I'll think about it, guys. Knives
Knives
Out.
Out.
I heard Glass Onion was
I
fantastic.
heard the new one's good.
The sequel.
But I don't want to pay for it. It's gonna get on Netflix in like a month or two.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
might as
Oh,
well
it's in
just wait.
theaters right now?
Yeah.
Oh, they got me fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
not. What?
I'd rather just wait,
Wait,
for it to
hold
come
on, guys. Y'all don't like theaters no more? What's
I
going
do.
on
I love
here?
theaters,
There's a lot of
but-
theater blasphemy around
I
here.
do, but if the movie is going to Netflix in a month,
Bro.
why do I want to go to the theater?
It's
Wait,
literally
so-
advertised for being on Netflix.
Midway
Yeah.
through the release, they're gonna release it on Netflix, or all the way at the end. So
It
it's
got
only in
released.
theaters?
It got released like a week ago, but
Yeah.
only on theaters.
Oh,
And
so
they're gonna,
it's- well-
it's gonna get released on Netflix on like the end of December.
Because
Man,
usually they're out there for like 4 to 6 weeks, something like that, in theaters.
Yeah,
sometimes less.
The turnaround's crazy now. You know, Black Adam you can rent and watch at home now.
Hilarious.
Damn. Guess what? I don't give a fuck about
Exactly.
Black
I'm
Adam.
never gonna watch it. I'm just saying for in general, like
Yeah.
theater movies now 4 to 6 weeks and you can watch that.
Oh, I think
That's
it is
true,
on
man.
Netflix right now.
No,
fucking
it's not.
kidding? Oh,
It's
well,
not.
it's gonna be soon.
It's soon.
Yeah, for the holidays and shit. I'm sure they're gonna put
Coming
it up there.
soon.
Oh yeah,
Middle
it's
of
December
Christmas.
23.
Yeah, they right before Christmas. They want you to watch that shit. Yeah, man, it's that's funny.
It's coming soon. All right.
Not watching.
That's a good note to end on.
Oh wow. Okay. Lots of movies
Lots
today.
of
lots of
movie talk
All right,
today.
bye, y'all.
All right, bye guys.